Chalo, sir. So again, very good afternoon to everyone. And I hope I'm audible as well as visible. I hope I'm audible, visible, everyone. Just a very quick yes or no. Just a very quick yes or no. I hope I'm audible, visible. There was a little issue I was facing with the parallel stream. Now I guess it's sorted, right? Chalo. Very good afternoon to everybody. Perfect. So let's start with our class for today, which is time, speed, and distance. So first, let me start with this. Let me start by saying this. This is hands down the biggest chapter of your entire syllabus, of entire arithmetic. Okay? Now, very important. Why this is important? Because it has multiple parts. Multiple parts are involved in this. Sir, what? Let me just give you all the parts that you need to prepare for, like from this chapter. Sir, first of all, the basic time, speed, and distance. Basic TSD you have to complete. It will take us at least 3-4 classes. Okay. Now, afterwards, we will move into the trains concept. Then comes boat and stream. All are part of this. Then comes linear racer. Then comes circular motion or circular race. Now, if you complete all these subtopics, then only you can say your time, speed, and distance chapter is done. Okay, so it has so many things involved. That is what makes this particular topic, this particular chapter, a big one. So it will take us time to go through, navigate through the entire chapter. Let me clear this up upfront. So again, don't look at the destination. Let's look at the journey. So we will learn each and everything from basics, dhire, slowly. Okay. So everybody, you see the PPT itself is 94 pages long and it's only basic time, speed and distance. Trains, boat and stream, all the other topics are not included. This is only basic time, speed and distance. Okay. Achha. As always, this is the link to join the Telegram group. If you want to join, you can scan it. This will be there in the notes. Also, you can join, scan it from there as well. Now, I generally like to teach in a very storytelling manner. Chalo, I need a couple of volunteers. Tell me, who will volunteer me? Who will volunteer me? I need 2 volunteers. I need 2 volunteers, sir. I need 2 volunteers. Tell me, sir, who will volunteer? Rohit and Jagdish. First 2 comments I've taken, okay? So Rohit and Jagdish, they want to go from this point to this point, both. So this is point A and this is point B. Let's say Rohit is going from this point to point A to point B with a speed of, let's say, 50 kilometer per hour. Okay. And Jagdish is going at a speed of 60 kilometer per hour. And the distance between A and B points is 600 kilometers. Now, tell me, everyone, you see, the interesting thing here. Can anyone tell me how much time will Rohit take? For that, we need the basic. You see, the basics of this chapter is kind of written in the name. Time, speed, and distance. So you need to understand the relation between time, speed, and distance. So the relation is always distance is equal to speed into time. This I'm assuming you guys already know. Speed into time. This we have done multiple times in our schools. So again, I can say, so if I want time, time will be distance divided by speed, right? They are not going, they are flying. If it's not that like that. These are not very higher speeds. So distance by speed will give you time. So how much time will Rohit take, sir? Time for Rohit. will be how much? Sir, 600 divided by 50. 600 divided by 50. So this will be, sir, 12 hours. Right? Achha, how much time will be taken by Jagdish? Sir, again 600 by Jagdish had a speed of 60. So by 60, so it will come out to be 10 hours, sir. It will come out to be 10 hours. Now understand one simple thing here. Please understand the fundamental thing of this chapter. Sir, what is the speed ratio between Rohit and Jagdish, sir? Speed ratio, you can say, sir, 50 ratio 60, meaning 5:6, or 5/6 also you can write. Listen to this. Sir, what is the time ratio, sir? What exactly is the time ratio, sir? Sir, you will say 12:10. If you cancel, it gives you 6:5. Can you now draw some conclusion between them, sir? Can you now draw some conclusion between them? You see, this is the fundamental concept of this chapter. You see, just by example, we can figure it out. Okay, ultimately, you see the conclusion. The conclusion is if distance is the same, meaning distance is constant, sir. Okay, so I can conclude speed ratio will always be 1 by time ratio, or vice versa. Time ratio, you can write, it will be 1 by speed ratio, meaning speed and time, they are inversely proportional to each other. If speed increases, time will decrease. If time increases, speed will decrease. This is the basic concept of this chapter. But again, remember, this will only happen when distance remains constant. Distance has to be the same for both the persons, for both the, like for both like Rohit and Jagdish. Rohit था ना, देखो किसका मैंने लिया था वही मैं भूल गया. Yes, Rohit and Jagdish. For both Rohit and Jagdish, this has to happen. Then only you can say we can conclude this. And you see, from here we get the most common and the most famous formula of this chapter, which is, let's say there is a person who is going at a speed of S1 and he takes T1 time to reach a particular spot. And there is another person who is going at a speed S2 and he takes T2 time to reach the spot. The same distance. Distance is constant. So speed ratio is S1 by S2 is equal to, we just understood, 1 by time ratio. So 1 by T1 by T2. 1 by T1 by T2. So if you calculate a little, you can write S1 by S2 will be equal to T2 by T1. This is the most important concept or formula of this entire chapter, sir. Yes, exactly, Ashish. The same thing used to happen in time and work as well. Time and work and time speed distance is like kind of very similar from that point of view. Now tell me, anyone having doubts till this point? Because we are going to go into some questions. We are going to go into a few questions now based on this concept. Anyone having any doubts, please ask, sir. Please ask. Anyone. Clear? All clear? Everybody understood whatever we have done till now, sir? Whatever we have done till now, 100% clear to everyone? Anyone having any problems, please ask. Please feel free to ask. किसी को कोई दिक्कत नहीं है? Clear. Perfect then. चलो. अच्छा. Before I go into something, let me give you a shortcut formula. Now again, before I give you shortcut formula, you see, this is, I might be saying it's a shortcut formula, but it is not really a shortcut formula. Why? There are situations we will go there. In NTPC, they have already asked that question. Okay, there are situations, if you get a question from that exact situation, that formula is the only feasible way. That formula, again, I'm not saying that is the only way. I'm saying that is the only feasible way. Meaning, the formula that I'm going to give you, it might be a shortcut for other questions, but for one particular type of question, that might be the only feasible way. Okay, so again, let's understand, sir. So when distance is constant, this formula can only be used when distance is constant. Again, write this down. So I can use this. Very famous, very important. Again, I don't really ask many times to remember, to like ask you guys to remember formulas, but this formula is important because there are questions where this is a must. So please remember. Sir, if distance is constant, sir, and the same situation, you have S1 corresponding time T1, S2 corresponding time T2. So you can write the distance as S1 into S2 divided by S1 difference S2, as you see I'm writing. Meaning bigger minus smaller, difference, positive always, into, sir, delta T I'm writing. Now you might say, what is delta T, sir? This is the formula. Now what is delta T? Delta T is nothing but, delta T is called time difference. This is delta T, sir. Clear? This is a particular formula which is beautifully, you can use in multiple places, especially as a substitute to using this. I'll show you a few questions solving in both the manner and you will get a better idea. But again, please keep this in mind. If possible, please keep this in mind, sir, everyone. Okay, I will ask everyone to please keep this in mind. This is a beautiful, beautiful formula. Perfect. Yes, Ratna, yes, you can say change in time or time difference. Anything goes. Okay, perfect, sir. Chalo, sir. Next one. Achha, let's move into some questions. Sir, chalo, let's do this. First question I've taken from CGL 2018, sir. Perfect. Read the question first. I'm giving you 30 seconds. First, you read the question. A truck covers a distance 384 kilometers at a certain speed. If the speed is decreased by this much, it will take 2 hours more to cover the same distance. 75% of its distance is what? This is, so 75% of, sir, this is just a thing. So please understand, I need to figure out the original speed. That's all there is. I need to figure out the original speed. Now we will figure that out. But first, you tell me, sir, how should I proceed? So there are two ways to proceed. You see, first, reading this question, have you got the idea? Sir, in whatever you do, you always need to cover only this distance. Meaning distance is constant. You always, in both the situations, they have given you two situations. One is the original speed, it is taking original time. The other situation is when the speed has decreased. So speed has decreased, meaning time will increase. So time has increased by 2 hours more. So again, but the thing is that there also they are actually going for the total distance is 384 only. Now, again, if you want to go by the normal method, it will be a little tricky. Normal method meaning, sir, this method. Normal method meaning, sir, S1 by S2 equal to T2 by T1. Why? Because there you will need to take two unknowns, two variables. That's the problem. Please understand this. You need to take two unknowns, two variables. Why? Sir, you do not know the certain speed. If you take, chalo sir, the certain speed is x kilometer per hour. Okay, so I'm just writing the situation. So x kilometer per hour, and it was taking the time also, I don't know. It was taking t hours, let's say. Second situation, what happened? Sir, it reduced by 16. So the speed will become, sir, x minus 16 kilometer per hour. Everyone agrees? Because it reduced by 16 kilometer per hour. Time taken is 2 hours more, meaning t plus 2 hours. So you see, you can simply say, sir, this is S1, this is S2, this is T1, this is T2. I can put this in the equation. S1 by S2 is equal to T2 by T1. Please understand. But there's a problem. So this is one equation and we have two unknowns, S and X and T, sorry. X and T. And always remember, if you want to solve, you have to go for whatever the number of variables you need, that many equations. So if you want to solve for two unknowns or two variables, you need two equations. This is only one. So you need to make the second equation. Second equation, you see, it's not very difficult. The distance, I know. Distance is what? Speed into time. Either you take this one, S1 into T1, or you can take S2 into T2. So S1 into T1, I can see this is much better. So I can definitely say X into T. It is given as 384. So I can substitute the values and get the answer. But this calculation will not be very easy. Please understand, everyone. Please understand. Now, why I am doing it like this? This is not the recommended method. Please understand. This is absolutely not your recommended method. Now, why in the world then I'm doing it like this? Because once I show you like this, then only you will find or you will understand the advantage or the like why I have given you this particular formula. Why this formula is important. What it does, please understand. This formula, because of this delta t, gets rid for you one of your unknowns. You see, in the previous this method, you are getting two unknowns, x and t. But this particular method will always give you, or always it will enable you to make your equation with one less unknown. You see, let's now solve that very question, the same question, in the second method. In the second method, sir. अरे यार, रुको रुको सर, नहीं होगा, छोड़ो ऐसे ही करते हैं. So this is method 2. Sir, देखो, understand. Try to understand the things very, very, very clearly. Sir, first speed is x. Second speed is this. I'm considering this. So put the equation. Sir, distance is equal to, sir, speed multiplication x into x minus 16 divided by the difference S1 difference S2. So x minus of x minus 16. So if you do, can I say I'll only get 16, sir? Because x minus 16 means minus minus plus 16. Cancel, so we only get 16 here. Into, can anyone tell me what is the value of delta t, sir? What is the value of delta t in this equation? In this question, what is delta t, sir? So delta t, 2 hours more, meaning delta t is 2, sir. Done and dusted. Done and dusted, sir. Sir, you will say this is 8 and distance is how much? Distance is 384. Put the value, sir. So I can simply write x into x minus 16 is, this 8 will go this side. So 8 into 384. Now you might say, sir, this is a quadratic equation. Don't think of this as a quadratic. Don't try to solve it as a quadratic. But again, before I go into the solution of it, did you understand? Sir, here using this method, we did not need to take any t whatsoever. Using this formula, we could have gotten rid of t directly. T हमको लगा ही नहीं sir. Everyone, is this clear, sir? Is this clear? Shiv Shankar, yes, perfect. Is this clear? You don't need to use t anywhere here. So this is the advantage of using this. Always. Clear? Done. Once you have done this, khatam abhi. Acha. Calculation sometimes, again, it will come with maturity. So again, I'm just showing you. Dekho. What you do, right hand side, instead of writing it or instead of calculating it, sir, why only 16 on denominator? Nagul, it's brother. Go into the formula. Formula dekho. S1 difference S2 na brother. Right? Come back to the question. Here the speeds are what? One speed is x, another speed is x minus 16. So you take the difference, brother. X minus 16. You see, that becomes x minus minus plus 16. X cancels, you get 16. That's why I've written 16. Clear? Clear, Nagul? Perfect? 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 No worries, no worries. Achha, now come back. Now what you need to do, you need to like kind of express this particular like numbers in such a way so that it also becomes something into something minus 16. So for that, take factors. So 384 na, 384 meaning 2 से करेंगे तो I'll get 19192, meaning 2, this is 96, 8 4 32. Acha, again if I do it, this is 6 into 16, right? This is 2 2 and this is 8. Just सोचने दो sir. 16, 6 2s are 12, 48. 64 and 48 का difference? Yes sir. 64 into 64 minus 16. So this can be written as 64 into 48. You see, 64, 16 into 4 I have taken from here. So 2, 2, 2 remaining. So 8 remaining, or 16 into these two you take. For 64, 6 and 8, 48. So you see 64 and 48 can I write as x into x minus 16. This 64 into 48 means 64 minus 16, sir. Now compare and tell me the value of x from here. Delta T, flame 1. Brother, you tell me, 1 second. You see, 2 hours more. So how much more? T means, that's why you see I told you delta T means time difference. Hours more, hours less, meaning whatever the difference in time. So in the question it is given 2 hours more. So that is why it is 2, the delta T value. Clear, brother? Clear? Abhi, okay, perfect. Perfect. Understood? Perfect. Sir, now this thing if you can do, if you can write 64 minus this, so like from there I can conclude, sir, x ka value is 64. Right? Now x was what? X was the usual speed. Now they are not asking x, they are asking 75% of the original speed. So they are asking 75% of 64. 75% is 3/4, meaning your answer will be 3/4 of 64. So your answer is 48 only, sir. Option number 3. That's your answer. Yes, Jyoti, perfect. Understand, take a minute, let it consolidate, let it consolidate. Yes, Shiva, if like from YouTube also, Shiva has given correct answer. Very good, brother. Very, very good. Very, very good. Now, anyone having any doubts whatsoever from whatever we have learned, take it easy, because this formula, the application of it, once you understand it clearly, there is no stopping you. Let me say this much. एक बार ये समझ गए, once you understand this clearly, the nuances of it, the very basic things of it, you see, that's why I'm going very slow. I'm like kind of going through the very basic things. Once you understand this clearly, you will be able, there is no stopping you. Is this 100% clear, sir? Understand, realize the advantage of like what this particular formula is giving you. Okay, perfect. Moving on then. चलो, अच्छा सर, अच्छा ये क्वेश्चन बनाएंगे एक सिमिलर टाइप, दो दो चार कर लेते सर. या दिस वन प्लीज. CGL 2020 सर. अच्छा एक सेकंड, नो ये भी नहीं करेंगे, रुको रुको रुको. या दिस वन. Please do this. Please do this, sir. Last calculation part, Shubho. Shubho, I'm seeing you in the class after a long time, brother. You can't quit. You can't quit, brother. That's the thing. You see, this is a technical thing. Please understand. This is something somewhere where you can get stuck. And if you're getting stuck here, it's normal. It's not something abnormal. Fine. Please understand. This is not the traditional way of solving a quadratic equation. The traditional way would have been x square minus 16x minus this whole thing equal to 0. Then you solve doing middle term factorization. But again, we don't have much time, because in SSC, be it SSC, be it NTPC, be it whatever exam you are preparing for, each and every one has some target exam. And 99% of the students, you guys will give both. Or you should actually, if you ask me. Now the thing is that, so be it whatever exam it might be, you are racing against the clock. Time is a very key factor. So we want to solve it as quickly as possible. So rather than breaking it down, we know the value of x cannot be negative. X has to be positive always. So I only need to figure out the positive value of x. Because if you look at this now, if you know a little bit of quadratic equation, this will give you two roots, one positive, one negative. But again, x cannot be negative, so I don't need to think about the negative roots. Now, positive root if I need to find, so what I'm thinking, sir, x is some value into there is something which is 16 less than x. So right hand side also, if I can figure out some value into another value which is 16 less than that value, so then I can say x is equal to that value. Exactly, that is what I've done. So what I've done, I have broken it down into factors, 384. So that is 2, 2, 96. So 96 means 6 16s are 96. Now from there, I figured out if I take 16 into 4, gives you 64. And remaining is 8 here and 6 here. 8 into 6 if you take, it will give you 48, sir. 48 means 16 minus 64 minus 16. 64 minus 16. So that means you see x into x minus 16 is equal to 64 into 64 minus 16. So x must be what? Comparing x must be 64. You see, so I could avoid the entire solution just by doing this bit. But again, let me say this. It might look very simple. Sometimes it might become very difficult to do. Okay. Now, if you cannot get it like this, so you have to do it in the traditional method. Okay. In the quadratic equation class, for those who have already done the classes, I teach how to solve quadratic equation in 10 seconds. Okay, and in this batch also I'll teach you guys ki how can you solve a simple quadratic equation in 10 seconds, how you can write directly from this line the values of x. Perfect, sir. अच्छा, you had a university, तब तो कुछ नहीं हो सकता. University exams we all had, right? When I used to play, that was not university exam, that was internal exam. I had gone to play nationals by skipping an internal exam. And you know, in my fifth semester of my bachelor's degree, and and I got zero in the whole internal in that semester. Okay, acha, chalo. Sir, please do this. Please do this class. Do this question. Please do this. Nagul, you have asked me something in Telegram, na? Acha, I'll see after the class. I have another class after this, then I'll check it out. Acha, Jyoti is saying something. How to split Jyoti, it's there is no, honestly speaking, na Jyoti. Let me say one thing. This is very much true in case of mathematics. You see, there is something called intuition, instinct. Okay. Let me ask you this. This is very prevalent in languages. I always give this example. Jyoti, you have English. So when, let's say, you are doing a sentence correction question. So English is purely dependent on grammar. So let's say there are 5,000 rules of English grammar, right? So how do you do it? A English sentence correction question. Do you go like, acha, rule number 1 of English grammar, it is not violating. Let's check rule number 2. It's not violating. Let's check 3. Let's check 4. Till you check all 5,000. Do you do it like this? Tell me, anyone. Or does it happen like this? Ki whenever you solve a question like normally, a normal like you see as line and there is something wrong in it, so something from within yourself says, "Arey, there is something wrong, there is something wrong." The second thing is prevalent na? Tell me. The second thing happens most of the time na? Ki whenever we see a line or the incorrect the line is incorrect, let's say, so something the person who the like a person who is better than us in English, let's say Kapil sir's instinct, that is exactly the instinct. Kapil sir's instinct will be much stronger than any of us, right? So you are getting my point. So this is exactly the instinct. So that happens. Why this is very prevalent, very understandable in case of a language, because language, we deal with it every day. So the same thing happens in maths as well, or for that matter, every subject as well. So that is why practicing is important. The more you practice, you develop these things. There are certain things which cannot be taught, no matter which faculty is trying to teach you. Or I always believe there are certain things which should not be taught rather. Okay, there should be things which should be left for you guys to figure out by yourself, because that process, that brainstorming process, lets you learn so many extra things on the like along the way. ठीक है, चलो चलो चलो. Sir, this one. Travel by bus 15 minutes late. Travel by car 10 minutes early. Distance is this. What is the difference? Sir, then difference between the reciprocals of the average speed of the bus and the car. Sir, ये थोड़ा गड़बड़ दिया. So don't worry about that. Think. Sir, formula लगा देते. Distance is. So speed of the bus and the car. Achha, tell me, sir, whose speed is greater? So definitely speed of the car will be higher because we are reaching early in the car. So I can say speed of the bus into speed of the car divided by speed of the car is greater. So SC minus SB into delta T, sir. Now, many people will make a mistake while putting this delta T. That's why I've taken this question. Bantik, good afternoon, brother. If I hope I'm taking your name correctly. Acha, can anyone tell me, sir, this delta T value will be what? Many people will make a mistake here. Please understand. Please understand, everyone. How you should measure it. Sir, this is on time zero. So 10 minutes early, 15 minutes late, meaning 15 minutes late means plus 15 from on time. And 10 minutes early means always it is minus 10 minutes, 10 minutes before time, sir. So the delta T value, the gap between these two times will not be 15 minus 10, 5 minutes. It will be, sir, 25 minutes. Remember this. This is where many people make a mistake. So please don't make this if early and late. So please understand you have to please like visualize this particular diagram. You will be okay. Clear? GD का क्वेश्चन सर नहीं बताते हैं. Bantik, I didn't get your point, brother. I did not get your point. So delta T will be how much, sir? Sir, it will be 25 divided by 60. Done? Now, why divided by 60? Because everything is in kilometer per hour. So I cannot keep it in minutes. I have to convert it into hours. Sir, gone? Sir, please understand. एक second. Reciprocals of the average speeds. Achha, then let's take this thing to this side. SC minus SB divided by SBSC. This is equal to 1 by 60, sir. So if you calculate this, so SC divided by the whole thing, SC will cancel. So I'll get S1 by SB minus. Similar thing will happen here. SB cancels. So I'll get this. This is in kilometer per hour. Now they are asking us to figure this out in meter per second. So what will happen, sir? Meter per second mein. So this thing will get multiplied by what? 5 by 18 मीटर पर सेकेंड. लेट्स कैलकुलेट. बट ये तो बहुत ही गंदा कुछ आ रहा है सर. एक सेकेंड, एक सेकेंड सर. जस्ट अ सेकेंड सर. Just a second. Multiply by 18 by 5, Ashish, then we are getting the answer. But that is not the correct way, na? That is not the correct way, na, brother. Please understand this. Kilometer per hour to meter per second. Why will I multiply? Because meter per second to kilometer per hour we multiply by 18 by 5. Okay, please understand. So just to make this thing like match with the answer, I should not multiply this. Difference reciprocals of the average speed of this. No, sir, there is some issue in the options. There is some issue in the options, I think. Okay. So 1 by 60. So there is some issue in the options. Because this was in hours, so ये कुछ issue है, sir. Okay. So like we are leaving the question right here only. Yes, you are getting my point. लॉजिक शुड नॉट लाइक वी शुड नॉट जस्ट लॉजिक को तो छलांग लगा के नहीं जा सकते. My typist might have made some error. It might so happen. Definitely it can happen. Bantik, this is not a SSC GD badge, brother. Okay, for that we are running. I'll take the class just after this. Okay, there is a separate batch for this. This is for the next year students. Perfect. Dinesh, how? Tell me. Yes, 3 by 50. It will come, na? It will come, I guess, if you do this. 6 threes, 6 fives. Acha, sorry, 6 tens. You see, you are getting 3 by 50. But the problem is this, 18 by 5 से क्यों multiply करें? Hemant, you are getting my point, na? Suddenly, if you multiply this by 18 by 5, you are getting the answer. But again, why in the world will you do that? Perfect. Chalo, ठीक है, no worries. Concept, we are more concerned with the concept. Acha, let's just move on a little bit. Just a second. Huh? NTPC ka, that question I was talking about, na? Just give me a second, sir. This is so big of a like chapter, na? Question ढूंढना भी it's a big deal. Sir, NTPC CVT2. Put 5 stars into this question. This question has been asked, this type has been asked in CAT, this type has been asked in multiple exams, not yet in CGL, remember, because this is a tough question. Okay. Shubho, brother, the last question, acha, this is a similar question. The last question that we had done, na, so it is nothing, like we just applied the formula, options were wrong, brother. Okay, options में कुछ गड़बड़ था. Okay, that is the problem. If you want, I'll again go back. But again, I've very difficultly I've figured out this particular sum. Let's complete this, then I'll go back. ठीक है? चलो चलो चलो. Please do this. Please do this. Please do this, everyone. It is a difficult question. Let me say this. It is a difficult question. 100%. But again, if you can do this, rest assured, you can do all the questions on that formula. चलो चलो चलो. चलो चलो चलो. Chalo, 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 sir. Is there an issue of buffering? You guys can see the question, na? Ashish has given answer. Ashish has given answer. Very good, Ashish. Anybody else? Anybody else? I can also see the suddenly turned hazy, na? Just a second. It's blurred. Acha, in that case, I have to uh, like uh, refresh it. Okay, this is just a server problem. So I have to refresh it. So some of you might need to rejoin. So it's okay. Now I'm just refreshing it. So it will turn back to the normal. Dekho, sir. Now it's fine. Now it's fine. Now it should be fine. Right? Now it should be fine. It is fine. Just a confirmation. Yes. चलो ठीक है no worries. Now good. No worries, no worries. Acha. Now tell me what makes this question good or better than the other questions. Please understand why I've asked you to put stars vagera in over here. Sir, please understand this. The problem is it's a CBT2 question also. Definitely it's a good question. The problem here is, you see, neither speed is given nor the time is given directly. So initially, like till now, either speed was given to us or time was given to us. Here, neither speed nor time has been given. They are saying, or neither, like neither the distance is given. Nothing actually is given to us. कुछ नहीं दिया है sir. They are just saying if speed is more, it will take less time. If the speed is less, it will take that much more time. Like these type of statements. Please understand this. So how can we figure it out? Sir, they're asking distance. Good thing. Sir, I am taking usual speed is x kilometer per hour, sir. And usual time is t hours. I can do this because I need a reference point from where I can like do my calculations. Right? Now, first, if the train had been 12 kilometer per hour faster, meaning if the speed had been x plus 12 kmph, it would have taken 8 hours less. It would have taken t minus 8 hours. Can I say this, everyone? Everybody agrees with me here? Perfect. Next one. If the train was slower by this, meaning if the speed was x minus 12, then it would have taken 12 hours more. So t plus 12 hours. So these are the situations. They're asking find the distance. Sir, देखो. If you want to go by S1 by S2 T2 by T1, the only thing I can give you is my best wishes. All the very best. Keep on calculating. But again, it's very difficult. You will be able to solve it on time. So please understand what is the best way or how you should approach. Sir, take any two of this. I'm taking the first two. Sir, apply the formula. Distance is what? Multiplication of the speeds. So x into x plus 12 divided by the difference between the speeds. Sir, what will be the difference between the speeds? Sir, I can say 12. I can say 12, sir, because 12 x plus 12 minus x will cancel. Into, sir. What is delta t here? Delta t is how much? Tell me. Sir, 8 hours less, meaning 8 hours is delta t. Done, done, done. Sir, take. You can either take these two or, but again, I am taking these two. Anything goes actually. But again, why I am taking this, you will get to see it right now. Sir, x and this. Sir, speed multiplication. Difference in speeds into the time difference. Can I say this, everyone? X into this multiplication of speeds, difference of speeds is the 12 only. X and x minus 12. And delta t is how much? 12 hours more. Sir, both are giving the same distance because this is only valid when the distance is constant, the train is going the same distance. So can I say distance is constant, sir? देखो क्यों मैंने why I have taken this. So 12 cancel, x cancels, 4 2s, 4 3s. So 2x plus 24 is equal to 3x minus 36. So x is how much? 30 and 40, 30 and 30, 60, sir. You will say, sir, x value is 60, but meaning the speed is 60 kilometers. So usual speed is 60 kilometers per hour. But sir, they are asking distance. What will I do by taking speed? They said distance to pada hua hai. Anyone, you see distance, we already know why. Sir, our equation only was distance equal to distance, sir. This side is also distance. This side is also distance. These are all distance equations, no? These are all distance equations. Sir, put x equal to 16 in any of the equations, you will get your answer. Sir, I'll put it here. Why? Because it looks the calculation is easier. Why? Because 12 will cancel. You see, these are the street smartness things. So small little things helps you saving 10 seconds. Chalo, 60 into 60 minus 12, which is 48 into 12 by 12, sir. Cancel 60 into 48. So देखो, now again, I don't, अच्छा calculate तो करना पड़ेगा. So this is if you calculate, you see, you don't need to do much. So ending will be 0, then 8, meaning ending will be 80, you see. Ending will be 80 and 6 fours are 24, meaning greater than 2400, ending in 80. Greater than 2400, ending in 80, there is only one option. I don't need to multiply. This is my answer. This is my answer, sir. Now tell me, everyone, whether this is 100% clear or not. Clear, sir? Yes, create imagination. Very unique usernames. Done and dusted. This is the toughest type you can get from this. Aaj tak in PYQs, you won't find a question tougher than this. And we have done it in a very simple manner. Super clear? Perfect. Acha. You use this method very, very good, Ashish. Very, very good. Perfect then. So, with that being said, this concludes our first class of time, speed and distance. Just we have understood the basics only. You see, predominantly I have only talked about one formula, one type of basis. I've not gone into, so average speed, relative speed. There are so many things with stoppage time. We have to go into those. So we will do that from tomorrow onwards. So this was just the beginning. So I hope you like this. If you have, please do rate the class before you leave. And for our YouTube audience, please feel free to like the session if you have liked it. And if you want anything more, if you have any feedback, feel free to share it in the comment section. And for you guys as well, for our platform students, feel free to reach out to me through Telegram, through community, anything, whenever you need. Rohit, yes, I will take care of that. I will like kind of give you an extra class on that. I have talked about this yesterday, brother. Okay, so don't worry, I'll schedule the class sometime this week or the next. I have to go through your schedule, then only I can schedule the class. Okay? So with that being said, I have another class. Let's wrap this up right here. Take care. Bye-bye. And please do make sure to rate the session before you guys leave. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye, sir.